Hey guys, um,
Upgrade complete.
we're playing in a different environment this time, simply because I'm unlucky with my rolls, and in like 30 games,
What would you ask of
I
me?
still didn't get archers. So I have to play them in single player now. I'm sorry, but I have
It shall
to,
be done.
really. So
Job
I'm
done.
just gonna start with one elite,
Tastes better.
and in case they send, of course, I mean, I'm not
Upgrade
playing
complete.
against anyone, but in case.
For
You
honor.
could build a T1 for 10 or 15 gold if you
It
want
shall
to.
be done.
And
Job
yeah, that's it
done.
for the beginning.
What would you ask of me?
Um, okay, I can't. Oh, damn. That's a quick guide. Mm, yeah, nothing special there. Strength, of course, super good unit on almost every early
Let me
level.
face the metal.
Um, super solid. It's really hard to fail it. Um, if you know how much you need on each level, because it even allows some mistakes. Okay, so I want to get sure that the game is not too fast, so I'm gonna send a dino. And there are different ways now. You can go 3-0 and build 2 smart arches, um, good against level 2 send, or you can go 4-0
What would you
and
ask of me?
then you could be in
For
trouble
honor.
if they send level 2 and you're unlucky.
As you
Because if you
wish.
get a Ferb and the Ferb focuses the Lita archer,
Job's done.
that could be
I am
bad.
not afraid.
Let's say it like this. So I'm building it here,
At your call.
and we will see. 4-0, dino sent.
I am not afraid.
So of course I picked Paladin. I couldn't there's no mode for profit where you just pick what you want. But then I would have picked like even Polar Bear or something, or some tanks for later. But let's talk about the weaknesses pretty quick. Level 3, if they send a Blood Orc, you are pretty likely to leak some units. Level 5 if you underbuild, or just level 5 if you think you are a holder and they send, and you can hold everything. That's not gonna happen. Because if you hold here, even if you have 2 elite archers or something here, and there are blood orcs coming down, these blood orcs will kill you. Simply because you do not have the single target damage to do something against
Ready
it.
to work.
So that's a weakness, and you can fail on 10 simply when the units split a bit, or when the bosses go for your weak archers. I will talk about that later, about how you build on level 10. For the moment, I will just get the second elite here,
Upgrade at your call.
and we can wait, or we can start it. I figured out that there's a command where you can start the waves if you play alone. We might do that later. But I don't want the game to be too fast, because then I end up with 50 income at level 10 and I'm not even close to holding or something. So let's keep it real game pace. I don't know why I'm watching here. I kinda expect a send or something, I don't know. Okay, let's push here. Because for level 4 you only need an additional archer. So that's easy done.
Ready to work. I am not afraid.
The Paladin race doesn't
Research complete.
allow that many synergy with the archers. Probably the T1 is the biggest synergy already. Because it's pretty cheap and it can help you on level 1, for example, if they send warriors.
It shall be done.
Okay, level 4 militiae, nice. So you're usually 5-1 at this point, or if there were leaks on the other side, for example, you could also be 6-1 already. But your target is definitely 5-2 or even more. Like in the quick guide, let's see, pretty quick. Yeah. There you see. Okay. I don't know why I have 6-1 to 5-2 there, but it's 5-1 at least, but it's probably more. I think without a T1 and if they if you catch someone's leaks or whatever, then you're a 6-1 already. Okay. Here I go with 5-2 definitely. You can even risk only going to Elite and the T1 on level 4, or if you want to leak to Elite. Because in some situations it might be good. So let's see how much gold do I get here. I should be on 155 exactly. And I am. Okay. So usually if you're 100% sure they won't send, you can go for another small archer and then you're fine here, and you go for 2 more small for level 6. But because those waves hit a bit harder in single player, I'm gonna go for the safety and I'm gonna show you the classic build with the Elite. Okay, it's level 5. Don't want it to be too fast. So let's send a dino. Alright. You see they move much faster than single player. That's why I don't like to record it here. Because it's simply it's different. It's really different. Okay, and another melee for level 6 already. Yeah, I talked about synergy already. The Tree of Time and the Polar Bear are really good with archers. Because they improve the time that you can just deal damage, because elite archers are really good damage dealers on important levels like 5, 7, 8 and 10 even. Also later on foreign, for example, it's pretty good to have it.
What would you ask of me?
And of course everything that's considered a good mid-game tank. Tree of Knowledge, Hardest, Hydra, even Blaster. There are many possibilities. What I usually aim is 7-4 at level 7. But in some situations, if you have the Polar Bear, for example, you could also stay 7-3 and try to hold as many as you can. That can really pay out.
I am not afraid.
That you get even more feet. And it's better if one guy is really fat and the others aren't, as if everyone gets really small feet. In the end, it's pretty good to have one guy who's pretty overfed, who can hold levels to 100%. That you know, okay, they can't send 17, for example. We have someone with really big value and he has siege damage, something like that. Maybe not the best example. Okay, so here you see, like single player, they move much faster. So I might even leak here if I'm unlucky. Gonna go 7-4. Okay, I'm not leaking, but it's pretty close.
Let me face the peril.
the melee here.
I am not afraid.
Okay, here I'm 7-4.
What would you ask of me? It shall be done.
So I'm usually aiming for, oh, we can sell this for the food. I'm usually aiming for elite on level 8 and some small, and then after that just small. After those four elite, just spam small archers, or if you have them, wyverns for example, are also good. But the other units that are pretty good on level 10 are other T2 units. So yeah, wyverns and necromancers are probably the only units that are pretty good there. Okay, let's see how much we hold here. Of course you often have a cent, like even if you only have a ferb, that's hurting you a lot already. But because I won't need the king here, I will just send some more delays.
What would you ask of me?
So that income is just a bit more like it should be in a real game. Of course this is just much faster. And I don't really need the king here because of immolation. Otherwise I would have just upped it a bit.
Justice will be served. Defending your name. Justice will be served. Defending your name.
Okay, we are fine, of course. So, gonna go for a farm now.
I am not afraid.
And I could be unlucky now, so that I don't hold with this. Usually this holds, but it's not 100%, and in single player I'm really not sure about it. So I will... where do I add them? So I will just add 2 of them in front. Ah, no,
I am
not like this.
Job done.
Let's keep it like this, only 1. Yeah. And let's see if that works out. But that's usually what you're aiming for. If you go holder for 10, if you try to hold, you stay 7-4, but you can also just push even harder, like 7-5, level 7-6, or even 7-7 if you aim for a really big 14 or 15 cent or even 13 cent. If you're not a holder. But if your team has no real holder in mid game, it's probably good if you don't over push it too hard. Okay, I'm holding here, pretty close, but I'm holding. Okay, that's nice. And I'm gonna build full. So let's just make it even slower now, more dinos.
What would you ask of me?
Level 9 is also much harder in single player. So if you try something there, take care of that. It's really hard. You will see how fast they move then. Okay, and now I'm gonna just spam small archers. You need to take care of your placement, that you just don't build them too much in front. This could lead to one of the bosses just moving to left, and then he just goes for his small archers. But you want all the bosses to go here and to go for those first. Like those elite can tank up some hits. Those only those die after 2 hits. I think elite archer can take 5 hits or 4, I don't know. So yeah, you want those to die first. After they cleared the mask, they already did their job, because then they do the same damage as the normal archers. Okay. I'm gonna send dinos again, just to be sure I have like a real value that you usually have. And you see here that level 9 is really hard. Because look at my value of archers. Usually I do this so easily that I only loses some small archers probably. But you saw that. You saw that it was much harder here. Okay. Yeah, I'm sending full until income. By sending those dinos, I'm really able to make the game a bit slower. Okay. So I can build some more now. But 1600 is probably what you have in a real game if you have 7-4. Probably even more if you're lucky, like holding something or something earlier, or holding some leagues on level 8 or level 9 or whatever. So I'm gonna keep building them here.
Shall be done as you wish.
Job's done. Job's done. Job's
I
done.
need to take care that they don't
Job's
split.
done. Job's done.
People.
Job's done.
Gonna add one in the back
Job's done.
so it doesn't cause any trouble.
Job's done.
At your call.
So yeah, 1550 value. I think in a normal game you would be like a bit more even. And now let's see how good I hold. And that's of course not good that he goes to the left, but it's pretty fine. It's not that much to the left. So you can see I clear pretty good here. Looks like I'm able to hold. Oh, I'm not sure. I think I leak. Yeah, under 100 HP, okay. So if you do better, or if you clear some more mass, you of course push already. Because 7-5 is the least you want to have after level 10. Yeah, that's really not much. It could have been another T1 that blocks one hit, would have been enough to hold this. I did not have the gold. Okay, so quickly you talk about mid game. You roll, of course. You try to get some tanky units, some auras. I don't know what those they have.
Upgrade complete.
Okay, it was probably not the right one, but I told you already, True of Knowledge, Hardest, Hydra, Blaster are all good.
Build more farms.
So yeah, if you roll nothing like I did here, you just do some tanks, like not that many, and
Point the way.
yeah, you will just try to get all the Lita archers, so they do the damage, and yeah, you try to hold with them, because if you only build Elite archers, they're pretty good 14, maybe with a small tank or something, but later on for 15 and 17 it's better if you have real tanks, if you have like other damaged swords, because Pierce isn't that good against 15, against that heavy armor, against 17 of course not, so for those levels you need something else.
Research complete.
Alright guys, that's it for the moment. I hope that's not a big problem for you that I have to record some guides now in single player, because I have simply not, I can't simply play 50 more games to get those other 6 or 7 units that I usually never roll. So I have to do this. Bye bye, see you next time.